Hi everyone, it's me Ray, and today I'm here with a very special guest.
Hi guys, my name's Claudia Mills and I am a safeguarding lead in a primary school.
A primary school. So since today is the start of anti-bullying week, I'm just going to ask my lovely safeguarding lead some questions. So I've chosen to speak to Miss Mills today about bullying. So my first question is, what are the long-term effects of bullying?
Okay, well, as you guys know, bullying is actually a form of abuse. So in terms of the long-term damage, it causes a lot of emotional damage in particular. It creates a lingering feeling of anger, maybe a bit of bitterness, and sometimes for some people a desire for revenge. On the flip side, it also, causes people to have difficulty in trusting other people, and then they have issues with social development. So it does also lower self-confidence and self-esteem. So as you can hear, it has a long-term effect.
My next question is, why might people bully?
Okay, so this is a really interesting question. The reasons for why people might bully varies from person to person. So one reason, it could be to get what they want from the victim. And on the flip side, another reason could be because the bully is really insecure in themselves. Another reason, it could be envy or jealousy of the person that they're bullying. They have things that the bully wants themselves. I like to say hurt people hurt people. So there's always other deeper reasons as to why people bully, but those are the basic reasons.
So how could you usually tell if someone is being bullied?
Okay, so how can you tell if someone's being bullied? Usually it's change in behaviour that you look out for. So for example, a child that is very confident might be less confident the next day. A child that has a lot of friends might have a loss of friends the next day. And then there are physical things that you can look out for. So for example, unexpected injuries, or often a child that's being bullied will have anxiety. So they will often come to you with a headache or a stomach ache and things like that.
So if a child came to you and said that they were being bullied, what would you do?
Okay, so this is really important. If a child approaches me and says that they are being bullied, the first thing that I need to really focus on is what the child is saying. So really listen to them. And I never tell the child to bully the person back, and also include them in the next steps in dealing with the situation. So it's always to get their voice on how they wish for the incident to be dealt with. Reassure them that it's not their fault. The reason why they're being bullied is not their fault. And that will just give them reassurance in terms of dealing with the actual bullying incident. After that, it's obviously about dealing with the incident itself. So it's creating that restorative place for the bully and the victim to deal with the actual incident.
So when and where does bullying usually happen?
Bullying tends to happen in a space that is not supervised. So where children are concerned, that is a space where children are not supervised by an adult. So that might be the playground. Although there are adults in the playground, there's a lot more space where isolated incidents can happen. The toilets or changing rooms, the lunchroom, which is the canteen. It can happen before school and after school, maybe on public transport, for example. And these days, most times, a lot of bullying takes place actually online.
So my last question is, how should a bully be addressed?
Okay, how should a bully be addressed? This is a big question. Sadly, a lot of people would say, a bully needs a harsh consequence. But what I would say is that a bully could potentially be a victim themselves. So we have to recognise that if they are a victim themselves, they could be suffering from severe low self-esteem, for example. The bully's voice is just as important as the victim's voice. So it's always good to listen to and understand where the bully is coming from, but at the same time clearly explain that the bullying is actually wrong, and explain why it's wrong, explain what the consequences for bullying is, tell the child that the parents need to be informed about this, and then apply the necessary sanction in line with the behaviour policy if you are based in a school, of course. So Ray, thank you for interviewing me.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. I hope you were happy with my responses. I understand that you are actually a playground leader in your primary school. Would you like to tell us what that role entails exactly where bullying is concerned?
So if I saw a child being bullied, I would make sure that the victim is okay and make it my sole purpose to find an adult and make sure that they're alerted as quickly as possible.
Great.
Thank you for answering our questions, Miss Mill.
You're welcome.
I hope that it sheds some light on this sensitive topic. And remember, one kind word is all it takes.